100% Vietnamese people. Because it's Bạch Đằng Ridge. You can see 3H on the top, Hà Nội, Hải Phòng, and Hạ Long. So the river, it is the most famous river in Vietnamese history. This river, the most famous one in Vietnam history. It is Bạch Đằng River. Bạch Đằng. Bạch Đằng River. So you know, in the past, Vietnam suffered a lot of war. It was invaded by the Chinese. And mostly the Chinese army. They went from China to Vietnam by the river, by this river. Yeah. And you know, in Vietnam history, we defeated the Chinese invader many times. And the river here, we have 3 times victories against the Chinese invaders, and protect our independence. Bạch Đằng River, very famous river. You know. Before the year 938, before the year, Vietnam was under the domination of China for more than 1,000 years. In 938, for the first time in Vietnamese history, we defeated the Chinese invader on the river. And the Vietnamese people, we used very smart strategy. You know, they put on the bank of the river and took advantage of the tide. You know, the river here was influenced by the tide, up and down, and they put the wooden pole with a pointed head and on the bank of the river. You know, when the tide is up, the enemy cannot see the pole on the bank of the river, and the Vietnamese army will use a small boat try to attract them to the pole battlefield. And when at this time the tide was down, all the big boat of the enemy was crushed to the pole, and it was sank. And Vietnamese army from the 2 sides of the riverbank ambushed them and defeat them. So on the river we have 3 times victories against Chinese invader. Yeah, very famous in Vietnamese history, Bạch Đằng River. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we're in Quảng Ninh province. We're located Hạ Long Bay, and I think in 20 more minutes you can see the beautiful islands raised up from the ocean. Yeah. And some of my tourists, they ask me, hey Tony, what do I experience when we travel in Hạ Long Bay? I told them you have chance to experience 4 S's. 4 S's. The first one, sunny. Today the weather is really good for you, and you know this time it is autumn time. Sunny, windy, not so hot, not so humid. It is a perfect time for you to discover Hạ Long Bay. Sunny, right? The second, the scenery. You know, Hạ Long Bay was recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO twice. The first time in 1994 and the second time in 2000. It is the #1 destination in Vietnam. Sunny scenery. The third one, the ocean or the sea. So today you have chance to get on the boat and the captain cruising you to discover the beauty of Hạ Long Bay. We spent almost 6 hours floating on the ocean. Yeah. And the last one, the last S, it is sexy tour guide. You know, I have done this 1,000 times. I have the sexy body yet, but I'm married, so now my belly is too much. Okay, we have sunny scenery and the sea. Yeah, Halong Bay located in the northeast of Vietnam in Quang Minh province, and it is really big bay. The area 1,553 square kilometers, and it was divided into four different routes, and the government they named the routes after the number 1, 2, 3, 4. And today we are on the route number 2. The route number 2, it is the center of Halong Bay, the core zone. Beautiful scenery, beautiful activities, but a lot of people, crowded, because all the tourists they want to see the famous destination, right? And there are almost 2,000 islands in Halong Bay, almost 2,000 islands in Halong Bay, all over Vietnam. All over Vietnam, from the north to the south, only 4,000 islands. But in Halong Bay, almost 2,000 islands. That is the reason why Halong Bay became the heritage site by UNESCO. Yeah, almost 2,000 islands. And mostly the island in Halong Bay, they are limestone. Limestone, limestone? Yeah. And the local people here, they don't live on the island. The local people here, they are fishermen. They live on the boat. From the beginning, the young couple, in the ocean there was no cinema, no restaurant. So they choose the island like the meeting point. And they like the meeting point for the young couple. When they get married, no car, no church, right? No tata. Tata, famous guy in India, right? Tata. They use a boat, right, to pick up the beach to the group house. And from the beginning, from the young couple, they have only one boat. One boat for living, also for fishing. When they earn money, they buy another boat. One boat for fishing and one boat for living on the boat and fishing outside the ocean. From the generation to generation, they build the floating house, the house on the ocean. And the house together is became the floating village. In the past, there were many floating villages in Halong Bay. But a lot of people live on the ocean. They just throw the garbage into the ocean because polluted for the environment. So that's why in 2014, the government they moved almost all of the fishermen to the mainland. They moved them to the mainland.